a theist caller from Canada. John wants to say that religion is important for society. Without it, there's no structured right and wrong. Ooh, I think that's such a great segue into other topics.
Yeah, let's talk to John.
Let's do it. John, you're live with Eric and V.
Hi, Eric. Hi, V. How are you?
Hey, John. Doing well. Thank you for calling in.
Good. First, I'd like to congratulate you on your engagement. I'm happy you two found each other.
Aw, thank you.
Me too. Thank you. So you wanted to talk about why you think religion is important for society, right?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Okay. So before we dive in, I kind of want to see, just kind of lay out some basics. Can something be important for society and not true?
Repeat the question?
Can something be important for society and not true?
Well, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. My first thought is the noble lie, right? The idea that inside of the souls of people there are different elements, and the gold and platinum, the diamond, souled people. Those are the people who are supposed to be in charge, and the steel and copper and bronze people are supposed to be workers. And it kind of is an idea that would be used to prop up a caste system. That it would be useful, but also not true. And so in talking about religion and why it's important for society, I just want to see if you're going to use that to prop up whether or not you believe your religion is true, or if it doesn't matter whether or not it's true, that it's still, necessary or useful.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
So whether or not it's true or not is not really the issue.
Okay.
What I want to say is that faith is very important to people.
Sure.
And everyone has faith in something.
It depends on how you define faith, really. I mean, I might agree with you.
Okay. Okay, well, the fact that V. Bianca is next to you, you don't need faith to know that because you can see her, you can touch her. But whether or not God exists, you need faith for that, correct?
So what are some other examples of things we would need faith for? Because it sounds like faith would only be useful in the one thing we disagree with, and I don't know if that would really help your case. Actually, I know that wouldn't help your case.
Okay, well, you would need faith to believe that maybe aliens exist, because we don't know if aliens exist.
For me to make a positive claim that they did would be weird, but also I think that given the likelihood situation, I would imagine having faith in aliens existing before having faith that a God would exist.
But it would require some level of faith.
Sure. And specifically, I'm defining faith as belief without evidence.
Oh, so that's what you call faith, belief without evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fair enough. I understand that. But what I'm trying to say is that I believe that humanity needs a standard of right and wrong in order to operate properly. Because if we don't have that, each person can decide for themselves what is right and wrong in their own eyes. And with that, someone can decide that something that is wrong is right, and they will act on that.
Okay, so how do we arrive at right and wrong that doesn't fall into that trap?
Well, I believe that right and wrong are determined by two things. Right is something that leads to happiness and well-being to two or more people, and it also makes sure that two or more people, if they agree to do something together, both people profit, and it brings people together. Evil is when something happens and only one person benefits, and the other person doesn't benefit, and someone is harmed in some way.
That's an interesting moral structure.
And while I like the definition, I have to say, isn't that just your opinion, though?
Well, we can agree that murder is wrong.
Oh, yeah. And I think that once we agree, we can build objectives. But I think that us agreeing kind of flies in the face of that whole you could change your mind, it's your opinion thing that you brought up earlier, doesn't it?
But if we both agree that something is wrong, then we both won't do it.
Okay. So it sounds like we don't need religion or faith or a God at all to have right and wrong and moral structures in a society. It sounds like that can be a perfectly secular thing.
Yeah, all we need to do is get people to agree on the same things being right or wrong.
That is true. That is true. I agree with you on that. But what if two people, one person says one thing is right and one person says one thing is wrong?
Well, then what?
How would religion solve that?
Yeah.
Because you need a higher authority to be the arbiter.
Okay. Is that how we manage things in our countries currently? Someone does something wrong and somebody else says that was wrong and the other person says no, it wasn't. How do we determine that today?
Well, we have judges.
And a jury of peers to determine if that was actually right or wrong. Okay, well, we seem to have solved that problem too.
Yeah, that's secular, and also it's a higher authority that we created that it requires no faith and no God.
Yeah.
But in court it says, "In God we trust."
No, it doesn't.
Well, okay, so I think that might be a red herring. What does that matter?
Well, if it doesn't say that, or if witnesses don't swear on the Holy Bible,
they don't.
Then they do.
No, that's something. Oh, you're in Canada. That might be true for you. That's not true for us in the United States.
Then what do you swear on?
People can just swear, or they can elect. It's been a while since that's been the case. It kind of doesn't make sense to have a Muslim swear on a Christian Bible, does it? Or a Buddhist or a Hindu.
I thought in the United States it was one religion for all people.
No.
Very much not.
Right. Yeah. The you're thinking more like England.
Yeah. So the UK has a religion that is official, and then you can be other religions in the country, but the country has a religion. That's not the case in the US.
Yeah, the reason you hear so much about it is because there are people who want to advocate theocracy here, and people who want to put it into law, and so you hear strong arguments for people to try and make it that way by saying, well, it's always been this way. But it's actually not. The reason that you hear it so much is because they're trying to make it that way.
Right.
Oh, so when someone goes to testify in court, what do they swear on?
Well, they swear under penalty of perjury.
Right. You will get fined and or put in prison if you tell a lie.
Yeah.
Which is more effective.
So you don't actually put on a Bible. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, if somebody really didn't put a lot of stock in the Bible, then that whole situation's not really going to help anybody, is it? Like
how would you determine that?
Yeah. John, if you were to say, Eric, I want you to swear on a Bible, do you think that's going to influence what I say? Like that sounds like that might be useful to believers, but that's really not going to be helpful for non-believers.
Well, I guess so.
Yeah.
But if we don't have some kind of belief in God, how do we determine between right and wrong?
Well, you just came up with a perfect example.
Yeah, you gave a really awesome moral structure. Something good is when multiple people benefit after making an agreement to do something, and something bad is when somebody gets harmed or taken advantage of. In
fact, I think that structure is the only way that I really agree with the term objective morals.
Right.
Something being subjective would be that individual, but the objective would be what we as the collective decide is the standard. And in that way, we have objective morals in the same way that you described it. Yeah, that are completely secular, don't require faith or religion or a God.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for having a conversation with me. Have a good day.
Hey, you too.
Absolutely,
Hey,
John.
Oh,
John dropped.
What an open, honest questioner. This person had an idea, wanted to talk about it, and went, And I really hope John goes back and looks into it and calls back with something else, because I love that.
Yeah. That was kind of awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's the first time that's ever happened, frankly. Like, we're new things.
Was that like an
day.
ideal call? It's an Easter miracle.
In Easter, I was so ready. I was pulling out the big guns.
You got the Bible.
I was like, ooh, tell me if you agree with this bit of morality for how you set up a.
Oh, were you gonna go to Leviticus?
I was gonna go to Leviticus. I was gonna pull
Oh,
Pull a Sam Harris there for a second.
I don't like that at all.
I know, but I didn't know where John was going.
Yeah, no. Jesus Christ wiped away the Mosaic Law. Sorry, I'm not a Christian. If you're a Christian and you believe that, please call in. We'd love to talk to you about it. This is me being sarcastic in a way that just doesn't make a lot of sense.